The original words of the Gospel of Faith. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go get it. Sure. But Radical, what did you dig up, dude? Blind, can Radical please go before you? Because I really want to know what he dug up. Okay, go ahead. Radical, go ahead.
Okay, searching at the Muslim's favorite source. I couldn't believe this. I'm typing in text. Can you give us a Wikipedia site? And he actually speaks Wikipedia. I couldn't believe that. That was about an hour ago. But okay, here what we have in this Robert Eisman or whatever his name is. What was it? Eisman. I searched in the page for Nag Hamadi. I found 2 references. At this time, too, he brought Professor James Robinson, a colleague of his at Claremont University in Clement, California, who was then teaching for him, and the editor of the Nag Hamadi Codexes. This is James Robinson, who is the editor of the Nag Hamadi Codexes, a dispute similar to the Qumran one, into the mix, and together they took the decision to publish all unpublished photographs. This amounts to 785 plates. The original publication microfilm was supposed to occur in April 1991, though E.J. Brill in Leiden, Holland, who had published both Eisman and Robinson's earlier books. So in other words, the only thing this guy did is he published the photographs. He made no translation. Gomer. He made no translation, Gomer. These are photographs, sir. Photographs. Can you give us the name of the book? Oh, okay. And you can read the Coptic now. So you can read the Coptic. You can do this now. But first you said this Robert Eisman translated. He didn't translate anything, right? He didn't translate anything. Yeah, slowly. You can do things slowly, which we're finding out. Who are these scholars? Where are their translations? You first said that Robert Eisman translated the Nag Hamadi, and his translation was superior. Now we find out, just going to Wikipedia, the Muslim's favorite source, we find out that Robert Eisman didn't translate. He just published the photographs. Fragment analysis, he wasn't even working on it. Gomer, he was working on the Qumran find. He was working on the Qumran find. He's the one who published the plates of the Qumran find, and he said, hey, he got his buddy, this other guy that was working on it, James Robinson, Professor James Robinson, is the one that was working on the Nag Hamadi find. And he got him to publish the photographs. Right, Gomer. Very good. Okay, so we're on the same page. So this Robert guy was working on the Dead Sea Scrolls in Qumran. He first published the Dead Sea Scrolls in Qumran. Okay? Now he gets a good idea. He contacts his buddy, this guy, Professor James Robinson, who is the one working on the Nag Hamadi find, and says, hey, let's publish these too. Let's do that. It's a good idea. Which I agree with it. It is. And they published it. But he didn't translate, sir. He didn't translate. Did he, Gomer? Gomer, did he translate? Yes or no? Because your original statement was that he translated. And he had a better translator, a superior translator. We got this recorded, right, people? Please tell me we got this recorded. Please tell me. Thank you. So, Gomer, come up to the mic. Did anybody got any cops? Let me see if I got any cops on my list here. Let's see if Gomer... Sahi Christian, he's Coptic, right? Anybody got any cops on their pal list? Let's invite them in. Let's invite them in, and let's hear Scholar Gomer, who went to Harvard. Yeah, go do it, Jessica. Who went to Harvard? Is okay, Gomer? Blind your mic.
I'm not going to be very long. I'm just absolutely amazed that a picture all of a sudden becomes a translation or a photo, a photograph of a ancient document. But but it's up to, because Gomer has made this assertion, like Gomer, golly. Uh, and I should ask him how Suzanne, was it Suzanne Poovy? But anyways, I just wanted to ask, are you willing to translate, Gomer, for us what you do have? And give us the reference from the book so that we can, check it out. Not that we don't believe you, because after all, we all know Muslims never lie. Muslims, right? So, but just give us the references and translate for us. Well, if he's not qualified, how can he make such a radical statement? We have this book by Robert Eisman, I believe that's the way you pronounce it. He's done some investigation on these ancient documents. He has made the claim, so Gomer says, that you don't see anything about the crucifixion of Christ in any of these ancient documents. Well, I mean, the burden of proof keeps changing. You know what? A document is only valid if it agrees with the Quran, according to him. But yeah, I mean, he's got to provide the translation himself and give us the evidence for it. Anyways, thanks for allowing me on. I didn't want to take too long. I don't think I did. But this, like I say, this is a fascinating debate. I'm glad it's being recorded in Gomer. I'm going to suggest something to you, okay, and then I'll get off the mic. When it comes to debating, don't give up your day job, okay? I yield the mic.
Okay, what I want to do is I want to let Gomer come on the mic and speak his mind, because all he has been doing is listening how his arguments are being taken apart. Gomer, you say you have the. What I find fascinating, though, by the way, is that you claim that the translation that I gave you is bogus. When we asked you to translate, you say you're not qualified. But we asked you, can you read it? You said yes. But now you're backing down on what you yourself claim is the original text that you have before you. Please read it slowly to us, please. And tell me, sir, tell the entire room what the actual quote is from the text that I just quoted from the Gospel of Philip. Let me quote it again. Here you go. Oh, shoot. My bad. Let's take out the parentheses because, parentheses confuse. Gomer. Isn't this the same Gomer that called me a kid, radical? That I produce nothing good? Isn't this the same Gomer that called me a kid? Okay. Gomer, this kid, is asking you, sir, to show him what the actual text says here when it quotes, my God, why have you forsaken me? And I find it amazing. Gomer, time and time again, the other day, said there is nothing in the Nag Hamadi library. Specifically said, nothing in the Nag Hamadi library. Now I'm asking him to show me from the Nag Hamadi library. He says, Proto-Evangelium of James? But, sir, that is not in the Nag Hamadi library, sir. Gomer, are you there, sir? Because I want to give you the mic. Gomerozdubar. And we haven't even started about Rasiete ex eventu. We haven't even started about his fabrication of a word, of a term that doesn't even exist. Rasiete ex eventu is, you know what, Christians always rely on Rasiete ex eventu. The entire, it doesn't exist, Gomer. Doesn't exist. But before we move on to that, Gomer, please, do you have the actual text before you, sir? Of the Gospel of Philip? You said you had it, the original text. Do you have it, sir? Yeah, now he talks. have done several searches on. You don't have it in front of me. You said you had it on the shelf. You said you had it on the shelf, dude. Oh my goodness.